last chance for the question tonight. Anyone have any question?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Could you give us your view on using microwave ovens, please?
Oh, that I don't need to talk about that. You can watch on the news.
Okay.
Terrible. And you can try. You can try everything we talk about on the last few days. Everything is have both sides, good and bad. And then we have to pay for that, right? If you want convenient, quick, go ahead. But if you want health and safety, okay, get rid of that. And you can test, okay, you fill the water and you divide it in two different portions. You have two plants in your house. Okay, one you just water with the fresh water. The other one you microwave and you just let it cool down and you water. And you do that experiment and you can see.
Go on the internet.
That is the first
3 days it dies.
Yeah.
If you bless the water.
Think about that, because they use the energy in a very short way, and it had to break up all the structure. And if we study Buddhism, we know cause and effect. You fit your body that way, okay, so on the body, on the cell, on the structure in your body, it will be mutated, it is destroyed. Okay? First and secondly, it happens for many people. When we unmindful, we had the water in here, and we didn't have opportunity to talk about the characteristic of the water. So it has one very wonderful capacity. That means, okay, it can hold the energy a lot. So that's why, okay, the water has the life force in that. So when we put the water in a cup and then we microwave, and if we forgot to turn it a little bit over 2 minutes or 3 minutes or whatever, and then all the extra heat is absorbed in the water and in that environment, so it's still holding there. And then when you just open it and you take it out, and outside the temperature different, and now it expands now. So on the hot water, okay, it flows to your face and to your eye. Many people get blind because of that and burn.
You know when you bless food or bless water or bless stone crystals, it changes the structure completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
if you bless the water before you put it in the microwave, would it protect it?
No, you should have something, some other object in there. Maybe some tea or something in there. Yeah. So it can release on. You should only about, if 1 cup, that only 1.5 minutes for enough. Yeah. And also when we microwave food, usually the water, it has nothing in there, it's just drinking water. But if we microwave food, and then if we count the plastic, and you know the plastic, it has a lot of toxic gas in there. So over 50 or 60 centigrade, it will leak out that gas into the food. And also when we use that microwave, all of the ingredient in that, it will stimulate, and it turn over, become a carcinogenic substance. So that is the cancer. So definitely, okay, no good at all. It's convenient, it's quick.
I was thinking of buying a microwave, but now
Oh.
I just throw out my hand and just already.
Almost every house has already installed. So now because if we leave it there, we have a bad harmful energy and we keep using it. So better, okay, we get rid of that.
I get rid of that already.
I've only just recently got a television.
Even though the non-stick, with the Western population, we don't have this problem, but with the Asian population, we still use a lot of the aluminum pan. So that is the main cause of Alzheimer. But in the Western, we use a lot of aluminum foil for baking, for covering the food or something like that. And also the non-stick, that is very toxic too.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad you told me. I'll have to get rid of mine. Is it? what is it in the lining? It's so toxic.
What is it?
cancer that it gives you, or what does it do to you?
Now, actually, it depends. If they use the mixture of many methods, okay, it's less toxic. But the way now, most of the cheap one or the not very expensive one, okay, they don't use that mixture. So it's very easy to be released when we heat it up. Yeah. So the only thing good, the only the enough one or the glass one, the ceramic one, is good.
Yes, see.
Yeah.
Steel
That means we whatever material is close to the nature.
Yes.
The same thing when we use the fuel. If we use wood, that's the best one. Next, we can use that in the gas, the natural gas. And next, that is to the electric one.
What was the first one you said? Wood.
Wood.
The wood,
Yeah.
yes, of course.
So it's close to the natural
Yes, I see
resource,
what
so
you
that
mean.
is better.
Yes, yes, oh dear. I can't understand how it all survived so long, actually.
So convenient, advantage, but quick for industrial society. But that's why the more advanced society, the more sickness, and
Yes,
the more illness, the more chronic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always been somebody who's cooked over open fires and wood and things like that. I've always been told that smoking things is carcinogenic.
No, actually depend.
Right.
Depend on, we are talking about depend on how we supply the oxygen.
Okay.
Right? If you have fully oxygenated, okay, you have no problem.
Right.
But if we don't have enough oxygen, and it's a problem. And secondly, if we have the charcoal, that it is very toxic because it related to the CO, not CO2. So that is the carcinogenic, but not the regular one. Yeah. All right. Any other one?
Can you tell me something about the difference between memory loss and dementia and Alzheimer's? I mean, is it just a stage of development between the three?
It flows together, but it's not the same. Yeah. Alzheimer, that means okay, our brain it like stuck together, it makes a flat, so it stick together.
What sticks together?
The neural.
The mind sheath, is it?
Yeah.
Synapses? The synapses?
No, it all look like the white matter. Yeah, the white matter. It gets stick together like the fatty acid when we heat it too much, and it deform, and then it stick together like the whole flat.
The whole of the cortex? All of the cortex?
Now
sticks.
depend on how severe. If you have only small region, so we have less Alzheimer. But if you have more invasion, and then not only Alzheimer, but we have abnormal for the physical function too, like it mixed between Alzheimer and Parkinson.
Yeah.
Yeah. So not only for the neural system, it also it connects to the muscular skeletal system too.
And the cause, you've only said aluminium as the cause.
That's the main one. And other toxic gas, like when we have constipation oftenly, when we eat a lot of animal product, meat, and when we have all the preservative.
Is there a strong genetic component to Alzheimer's? Hereditary. Is there a hereditary component to Alzheimer's? I.e., does it run in, more likely to run in families? So say, for example, my grandfather has Alzheimer's. Am I more likely to get that Alzheimer's than someone whose grandfather doesn't have Alzheimer's?
That okay, when we in the modern medicine we usually blame on genetic a lot,
yes,
right?
we did, yes.
It looked like in the Buddhist society we say okay, that is karma. But if we really look deeply, what is really karma and what really the genetic? right? When we learn and when we look deeply into the energy level, in a really micromolecular level, everything be built up from every single atom, right? And it combined together. So in order to have this body, we need to have all that combined together, and we need to have a food, drink, all the energy supply. So in the same environment, if we live in a family, so we eat the same kind of food, living in the same kind of the environment,
Yes, yes,
and
I
then
understand.
the law of attraction coming.
Yes.
You see,
Yeah.
and then it depends. We have many different aspects in the same law.
Yes.
The law of attraction. We have a negative energy, and then we extract the negative energy come in. But on the other side of the law of attraction, we have opposite force come together, like yin and yang, like men and women, right? Like the negative and the positive, like the north pole and the south pole of the magnet. So it has two different directions.
Yes, I can
Yeah, so that's why
understand.
because sometimes if all that the member in the family had the same, we blame that genetic. But sometimes it goes the other direction. We say, oh, that's not genetic, but actually it's still all of the environment, all the food, all the energy, it will build up that way.
It's it's multi-causal. You know, it has several contributing factors.
Right.
Yes.
But
But
if we look deeply,
yeah.
all that still be affected by the environment we live, the food we eat,
Yes.
and it follows the pattern from the generation to generation. And also, because we usually look at the macro level, we need to look at the micro level. For example, when we eat the animal product, we think only the meat, we need to think about the negative energy like we explained the other day. So all that negative energy, it remains longer in our body. And because we cannot see that, and we don't believe it, but it affects longer, deeper. So it carry on from one generation to the other generation.
No, I understand actually, because my spiritual person, his teacher says, you know, everything really from the beginning of time contributes to what happens now, in the now. So, but IQ is a preventive factor, isn't it? If you start off with a higher IQ, it takes you longer to develop Alzheimer's.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
true. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
So be comforted.
And mindfulness practice,
Mindfulness practice.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
For the double protection.
Double protection.
So what about dementia then?
Oh, sorry.
The difference?
Could I just ask you, why does meditation, mindfulness practice prevent you getting Alzheimer's?
Right, because if we not practice mindfulness, okay, we let out, I showed you the other day, this is only 1/100 second, right? This is 1/100 second, so the sound voice, right? When we say something, the sound, it condensed in the way we see like a bar. But when we look deeply, only in 1/100, and we see how many peaks in there. If we look on the superficial, we see only 1, 2, 3, right? If we look a little more deeply, we can see about 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, about 90 peaks. And if we look,
These brainwaves. What? I'm not sure what.
this is not the brain wave, it is a sound wave. Yeah. So we hear the voice, but actually it's just the vibration of the sound. The energy move in the air. So and then it compress on our ear. But the same thing in our mind. Every millisecond, it arrives many thoughts. And every single thought, that means the brain wave, it needs energy to generate that. Right? So how much energy we spend for every single second? 100, more than 1,000 signals we send now. So that means it wastes a lot of energy. So when it wastes a lot of energy, okay, the memory cell and the brain cell, okay, it become exhausted. So when we practice mindfulness, we preserve the energy. That we're talking about outward and about inward too. When we send out a signal, that means we open the gate and the signal from the outside get in. Okay? So both sides. So we waste a lot of energy.
Thank you. Sorry, you were saying.
Dementia and it kind of like the illusion. It's caused by, again, unmindful, caused by medication, caused by chemical. Yeah. It's less severe than the Alzheimer because it's kind of single unit. It not get blocked altogether.
Is eating fish as negative as eating meat?
Not really. Depends, because if we live in the countryside and we rise naturally, we consume it at a small portion. For the very sick, very weak patient, it will help to restore the energy faster because it's more yang, it's more nutrition, and it builds up faster and less ample. If we use at a small amount, the byproduct come out less than the carbohydrate. But we abuse. We have a tendency to abuse. It becomes a problem.
Can I ask about these meditation? When you said meditation, somebody's when you concentrate can see colours. So this morning I saw colours, and then he said if I see if the colour comes through like purple, then it's very yin. So but do we then help ourselves by make myself think of red, and then to sort of divert my meditation, sort of help me into thinking more yang? I mean, do I do it, or I just let go and just see whatever color comes out like that? I mean, do I direct myself?
It depends on the level. The other day we're talking about the color. That means we have to practice. We have to concentrate. First, we have to eliminate on the illusion, on the thought. So the universal energy come into clear up on the blockage in our energy meridian. So that way all our energy now it combined as one. It no longer be dispersed out. And also because all the energy meridian be clear, so now we are at one with the universe. So all the universe energy now it be compressed into one compartment, our body. At one, it not divided, not be eliminated, not be blocked in anywhere. So and then when we sit in full lotus and the energy come in, it compressed, so all the chakra are clear. So when it compressed to a level and it clicked into the pineal gland, the crystal form in there, it turned into the spot and the color coming out from that. So that is the whole process of training to clear up on obstruction and build up the pressure from the energy. So that is the true color, and that is the true energy, and that is the true oneness. On the other hand, we use the imagination to build up that. So that is just kind of superficial, that kind of fake, but we use the law of abstraction to convert our starter. Right? You understand that? So we in the negative, in the very yin. So now we have to use the yang color. And we concentrate, we look at that, and then we contemplate that, we imagine that from small one and it expand. So when we concentrate our thought into that color, that means we send the energy to that, so we supply the energy for that color. And by supplying energy for that color, and by the law of abstraction, more and more the frequency, wavelength of that color coming. And when it comes in, and because we already connect with that color, with that dot, so now our energy is being extracted to that color, and then okay, it gets into our body and it converts, it transforms our body. So we use the imagination to convert or to transform our body. So this will go kind of the reverse. This one takes longer and maybe sometimes we go wrong. Depends on how much we concentrate, how long we practice, either a lot of distraction or not. And sometimes it not go through completely to clear up on the blockage on the chakra. So the image we see that is kind of the illusion too. Only when from internally out and completely clear all the obstruction and be the oneness with the universe. And that is the true one. So we can manifest anytime, any place, because we are at one with the universe. But the other one, you have to sit in the environment, you have to concentrate, and the condition has to parallel and to support for that.
So can I say that to contemplate, I'm a Christian, a Catholic, so if I contemplate the image of Jesus,
Okay?
it will be much safer then.
Yeah.
Saviour, to contemplate my Saviour. I mean, to also, like you said, there are a lot of attraction. So in my deep prayer, through the meditation, I can use it as just my deepest sort of spiritual praying time, and have to contemplate with this icon inside to keep my concentration. That would be useful, would it?
Yeah. You see that? Look at that's why okay. Compare this thing, the Christian and the Buddhist. The Buddhist, because it's more liberal, so not many people have the belief as strong as Christian. Because Christian is only one God, and you have to almost 100% trust or believe in that. That's why you see many mothers with the very strong belief give birth to the girl. It had a face exactly like Maria. Did you see that? A lot. Especially in Vietnam. In Vietnam, I had a picture of more than 10 or 20 of my students. The people in the north, they have a strong belief that in the south. So most of the Catholic family, okay, they had a girl, they had the children, the female children, the girl, okay, the face exactly like Maria. It looked like, okay, we have from the mold, make it out. Okay, that is first. Secondly, talking about people with the craftsmen, when they want to make the statue of the Buddha, of Krishna, Maria, whoever, they had to meditate and they had to contemplate until that image almost completely in their mind forever. And depend on how much they concentrate and they contemplate, the product coming out exactly the same. If they're not really mindful, if they're not really practice enough, okay, the product coming out is no good. You see? So that's why it is very powerful when we know about the law of abstraction and the image and the energy it impacts on our mind.
When I went to Vietnam in the south at Christmas, all the nativities that Joseph looked like David Beckham. I'm sure he did.
All right. Question. All right, so we continue.
Christians. I have a question.
The power meditation that we were doing earlier, can you explain a bit about what you were doing?
Meditation
The power meditation,
or the power.
where we sat holding hands in a circle. Can you explain a bit more about that?
That's simple. You have one battery, right? If you have only one battery, the ampere, the current in there is small, so it cannot turn on the light. Right? But if we have two,
Sometimes.
Don't want enough.
Is that the law of attraction?
see, so the more connection, the more current, the more ampere, so it feels more potent, it's stronger. And this is just the current of the normal electron that create a normal electromagnetic field. And we're already talking about the difference between the normal electron from the physical, from the matter, and the electron created by our mind. This can have the power of going through the field in the environment faster than the speed of light. It can penetrate every single object. So that's why when we sit together, without the interaction of our brainwave, definitely every single cell in our body, it will generate a very small current. So the whole body will have all the message, all the transformation, all the signal from the brain to all the organs. And even though every single cell, every single organ, it has to create the current to communicate to each other. Even though when we take it out our body, it still has the capacity to generate that communication. But when we connect in the same organ in the body, it communicates quicker, faster, and in a broader spectrum. So when we sit together, without the interference of the brainwave in there, it still helps to boost up like the battery. Because that almost kind of the same, even though it's a little bit better, because this is the organic, bioorganic, this is kind of non-organic, right? So when we sit together, we connect on the battery together, so the current is stronger. and it helps to clear up whatever obstruction in the body of the participant. And also, you know, in the old time we have the transform. Okay, they have the metal layer, the iron. They make this from the lead, and they have the wire they wrap around, so we can change from the 100 voltage down to 12 to 6 to 18, and we also can make it from 6 to 110 to 220, and we can make up to 15,000 volts, so we can transfer the energy from one place to the other place. So in our body, the same thing. When we have many different organs, each person at different conditions, it will generate different frequency. And when we combine together, we connect together, it will create the synchronize. So depend on the condition outside contribute to that. It may boost up very, very strong. So that's why another effect of the sitting together. And with the action of our mind to get in that, think how strong and how fast. So if we really can concentrate 100%, only one person can change the world. That's why from enlightened one like Buddha, like Christ, they can have the supernatural power. So when we sit together, it has to have one coordinator or one facilitator, and that one have the capacity to know or to listen to the body of everyone, or to adjust the current. So it's not really too much, so it can burn up or it can be broken. So, and then we have to adjust it in and out. When we have a low energy, we have to use the law of attraction to get in energy from the universe. When we overwhelm, we have to send it back to the universe. Yeah, so we have to kind of adjust that. So enough for people can accept or can adapt to that.
Can we pick up negativity from other people?
Say that again, please?
Can we pick up negativity from other people? If other people have big problems, big pain, can they give it to other people in the circle?
Actually, when you do one by one and you don't know how to, that it happens for the Eastern practitioner yet. It happens. So when we treat for the patient, it's always like the law of connection on the gravity. If we have more power, more energy, the patient has a low energy, we transfer the energy to the patient. And the negative energy from the patient will go through the healer. But the correct healer has to know how to be either a conductor, yield to transfer the universal energy to the patient, and give the negative energy back to the universe. Otherwise, he has to know how to detox and how to release. That's why after every single patient, they usually go wash hand. So they go to wash hand, and they have some technique to remove that residue, return to the universe. So they were taking care. But when we do it in the circle, we try to balance it. We try to balance it, and it will
balance it.
And then also we use kind of to neutralize each other. That is the advantage of sitting in the room, because each person may have different conditions and different frequencies, so it may cancel each other.
So you can avoid any difficulties by neutralising it from people in the group. Is that right? If there's something harmful, Would there be something harmful?
For in the room? No.
No.
Yeah, only have more benefit. That's why okay, we apply it. The only issue, okay, how to arrange people. Yeah, how to arrange people in the right spot. Yeah, and how to the conductor have to listen to adjust the current. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So why the other day I was in the circle and then my hand went all numb. It was like no feeling, all numb, so heavy, and I couldn't bear it. And at the end, I had to sort of take my hand away. So have I been blocking everybody? I mean, I was just sort of like really worried because I just don't know what happened. I was actually quite sort of scared in a way. And then you were on this side, and then I was not sure whether to hold your whole hand or to touch. So I was sort of like half touch, and I was not sure whether I blocked a short circuit there. You know? And then I was then not sure whether that short circuit means the blockage here on this hand and it's all numb. But it was a real, numb sensation, and it didn't go for quite a while.
First, when we sit in the circle, actually we don't need to hold the whole hand. The energy will come out from the tip of the finger. So we just need to touch, that means the connection enough. We just need to touch 3 or 4 enough. Right? We don't need to hold 3 tight. We just need to touch it. Secondly, that's why I ask you to sit, try to as close as possible, but it's not really uncomfortable. Because when we sit too far away, we have to stretch our arm. So that's not relaxed at all. So when we're not relaxed, and then the nerve on the muscle, it shrink. So that it blocks the energy. And so when energy from the other side comes in, it blocks and it rebound. So that's why we become numb not only by the rebound, but by you block yourself. Right? So it's so tension. And
Is that what happened there, do you think?
yeah.
Yes.
So I've collected everybody's energy and then blocked within all my arms.
No, it can transfer through the air. It can transfer through the air too. Look like you see, I told you the other day, like when we had a thunderstorm. Yeah. So the current is strong enough. Okay, it can be far away, depend on the current. Okay, and the stronger the current, the far the distance. So it can go through the air. So after we practice for a while, everyone good. We don't need to sit close together. We don't need to touch hands. You see in the picture, yeah. So it can about 5 to 6 centimeters away. And if you're stronger, you can do long distance from one continent to the other continent.
If an older person like me sits next to a younger one, would I steal her energy more?
No, in the circle, it will go through all.
Okay.
But it will
So I'm stealing everybody's energy.
But it will synchronize better because the frequency, it will change. If you will have all the same, if we have all the same current, the same frequency, sit next to each other, it's not really synchronized much. But if we have a very different, okay, so it will synchronize stronger, it creates a stronger force. So that's why here we didn't have a time to analyze, to practice, to compare. But if we have an opportunity to have a 1 week retreat, and then we can try, we concentrate on this technique, and you will see it will have very effect. And also, usually I do this for the group of people, they already do the purification of fasting, so on the blockage it's clear. So they're very sensitive. They see the difference right away.
Is it in Vietnam, are there lots and hundreds of people who sit in groups and learn how to meditate with the energy?
I don't think so, because this is kind of all the new technology, but it's very new. And the way to apply all the knowledge we learn from the very basic. We learn and we live there, we live here, we just let it work everywhere. But now how we can combine all that into reality, that's a new way to apply. Yeah. The same thing for meditation. They know that. Everyone knows we use it called aura. And everyone knows, even though the healer know that, the doctor know that, and the science know that. But no one knows how to apply, no one knows how to explain it and the relationship with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think one of your slides was about alpha brain waves.
Yeah.
Can you say something about that? And when you're sleeping, you have a different type, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
The first one, in general, in our brain waves have 4 different levels. The beta one, alpha, theta, and delta. So, for the top one, you see the dark one and the lighter one. The lighter one, that means when we work in unmindful way, so the signal is sent out all the time. And then the other side of that, whenever we working unmindful, and when we have an opportunity to sit down, we fall asleep right away. We're so exhausted, right? If we can maintain mindfulness working, the brain will slow down. So if we can maintain the mindfulness, the brain will slow down when we sit in meditation still. It will let a little bit more stillness and more relaxed. So the second stage, that means when we first get in meditation, and the third stage, that means we in samadhi, or in concentrate, really deep concentration. The fourth stage, that means when we drop into sleeping state at the first half cycle. In a sleep cycle from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., usually 6 hours to 8 hours. It right into 4 cycles. And each cycle about 1.5 to 2 hours. And in each cycle, it divided into 2 halves, 2 periods. The first one we usually call non-REM sleep. REM stands for rapid eye movement. The second half, we call REM sleep, that means rapid eye movement. So what that means, you see normally, when we work, when we look, when we move, I help people, I move, right? But it's not real quick, it's slowly. Our eye move that slow, but our brain way already crazy already, right? So if we're not really mindful to keep track of the gate, we are losing the whole bunch of energy to the illusion, to the thought. So that's why when during the daytime, the more monkey mind, when we get in stillness, we get dropped into the flat state, dropped into the sleeping right away. But after that first half cycle, it's that the eyes start to move really quick. That is rapid. So when it fluctuates, it moves really quick. What happens? The brainwave signal will move real quick. And we already know the 2 ways. When the signal sending out quick like that, the signal in come in. So that is the time for us to get in energy. So that's why you see, the modern science said, when we drop into the REM sleep, we sleep deeper and more energy coming. but more come in, more spread out. So in 100% spread out 70%, so we have only 30% left. You see, and that we're not talking about another level what the science could not see in the past, but recently the neuroscience in North America, they already have some university and institute, they study about that. That is different between the people sitting in meditation and maintain stable mind condition. Totally different with people in the deep sleep. Because at the first half, it's very, very quiet. That it compensates for the very monkey crazy mind during the daytime. But then the second half, it moves real quick. So this one very, very casually. So it comes in and it comes out right away. That's why overall we don't get much energy. We don't get much energy, but we get more and more negative signal. And then it stays in the subconsciousness until it has enough condition and it bump up on the consciousness. That's why it manifests out. And if we're not good, the gatekeeper in all that information, all that negative information, slowly, okay, it just manifests on the consciousness.
Can I just say, I taught foreign languages using this method, and you had slow music, alpha rhythm music, like Largo music, Vivaldi, Corelli, and you would play it at the same time as the foreign language, and the students would listen to the foreign language, would listen to the music, but they hear the foreign language going in. And because it's on two levels, the foreign language was entering peripherally, or unconscious, subconsciously. And then you've got it's called accelerated learning as well. Suggestive, yeah. And I got fantastic results from teaching languages, particularly French, German, using this method.
So now after many years study with the Tibetan monk, the High Lama, where they can continue to keep the brainwave in a very stable condition for hours per day. And after that they measure the what they call the number of happiness and all the health condition and all that. They compare and they say it's much more benefit for people to maintain stable. And that makes sense because the homeostasis in our body, the electrolyte, the chemical, all whatever in our body, if it's maintained in the very narrow, stable, it makes our body become more stable and more calm. Otherwise, if it fluctuates too much, and then it would create stress, it creates blockage, and create imbalance. And also, if we can maintain in here, very, very stable. Remember, we thought our mind, it's like a mirror, like a surface on the pond. When we let it sit still, it becomes like a mirror. So in the mirror, the more bright mirror, the capacity to reflect it more detailed and far away. See? So that's why when we have our mind signal, it's really still. So all the signal from outside reflect on that. We can receive it from far away and in very, very detailed. And also we are the gatekeeper, very, very serious. We can know which one to let in, which one we return. So that's why we don't have the contamination. And also by maintaining the stable brainwave like that, we can receive more detailed signal. We can reflect deeper and longer. And this is the why after 49 days of sitting in meditation, the first supernatural power the Buddha got, the capacity to look back in his life, in the past, in the future, for himself and for all the other people. The same thing, we can do that, right? we can do that. But unfortunately, okay, we can do it in a very brief, very short period of time. I used to take example like we know we easy to forget. So in the morning, early in the morning, after we wake up, after exercise, after do everything, and then we prepare a cup of coffee, we prepare lunch, and we have a key, car key, put the car key in the jacket, have a cup of coffee right on the shelf next to the door, and we had a lunch bag, okay, we put in the car already, and we forgot the laptop, we forgot something, and we come in the house, and the phone ring, and then somebody call, and then the children call you, and then okay, we kind of message, right? And after that, we like, oh my God, where's my key? Oh my God, my pocket? Oh, where's my coffee? So we look all around, and you could not find anywhere. So tired, and you sit down. Oh, it's here. Right? Just in the moment when you sit still and your mind, okay, calm down, okay, it reflects right away. But the more we looking for, the more we search, the more crazy monkey mind, and they keep it covered. Right? You cannot see. And in only 1 second, and then it disappears. If we can maintain that longer, we will say with the Buddha. Right? And also I told you about the Michael Newton. His job only help the patient to maintain in this frame. Don't let the patient go into sleep, because when sleep, okay, cannot hear his question. And if let the patient up here, the consonant get involved, so the ego involved. Good, I tell you the good thing only, I don't want to tell you the bad thing. So they will lie, they will tell the untrue thing. So the purpose of the therapist just try to maintain the patient in the state of mind in this, so they can hear the doctor and they can respond, they can reply whatever, but they not fall asleep, they not go back to here. That's it. So the patient can live in the between. That's why he can help thousands and thousands of patients and still go back into the past 5,000 years to 10,000 years.